HP-140 kit. Breaking news, Ridingfish is dropping this video right now. Let's go! What is going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to come to you today and obviously this is breaking news. This is really happening. I am finally finishing the job for you guys. But first, let me back this up just a little bit so the people that are just tuning in, you guys can see what is going on. So I bought the bike in September of 2022 and I right away went to ARC Tuning. That man there is my buddy Alex, and he let me use his dyno, his company's dyno, for some science, and so I got the base runs back in 2022 of September. Now, I use the same dyno all the time for consistency, and it's important that because a lot of dynos change. You can have two dynos in the same parking lot at the same time, do a dyno run, roll one off, put it on the other one, and they could be different. Some dynos are juicy, some are conservative. I feel like there's a lot of juicy dynos in industry, and that's just what I really honestly believe. I don't think Alex's is juicy at all. I think it's a heartbreaker. I personally use the same dyno. So these numbers you see are going to be the same dyno from base to now, but let me help you guys understand why this took me so long to do. So 2023 kicked off and I made the decision to go with Revolution Performance's 112 big bore kit, and I was going to have the Mad Monkey team out in North Carolina install it. So I rode out there and I hung out with Mad Monkey Brannon and also his brother Brian, which is the guy that does the tuning, Hooney's Garage. Hung out with those guys for a couple of days. I had my new toast pipe on there that we had got for the 108 setup, and we were kind of short on time. That's pretty much on me. I had places to be, people to meet, and babies to shake, and so I had to get out of there and go do my best. So when I get back into Minnesota, I went to ARC Tuning again, and we do a couple of air fuel runs. Because it wasn't 100% dialed in, I didn't want to release those numbers to you, so I shipped my ECU back out to Hooney's. They did some adjustments and they shipped it back. Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I get my bike back and it's running good. Everything's really good about it. And I'm meeting people and I'm riding and I have all this stuff happening. I don't get to go back on the dyno. Now, some of you may know, or some of you may not, but I went to Europe this summer with the family, and after Europe I went to India, where I rode a motorcycle through the highest mountains in the world and all that, whatever. I'll get into that a little bit maybe later. In the meantime, between me getting my ECU and me meeting people and riding and doing all this really cool stuff, you know what happened? Toast and I start talking and they said,
the trigger was you saying, hey, I put a big bore kit in my bike and now we're going to roll with this. And I'm like, well, if we're going to change it, now's the time.
We want to build a pipe, a 2-to-1 pipe around the 112. And now we all know it's all combinations and setups that make these right. So like air intakes and your exhaust and your tune and your cams and all of this is what makes everything work. Now, I'm a huge fan of Toast Performance. I wanted to give them the opportunity. Now, that being the case, if Toast Performance is going to build a 112 pipe, I don't necessarily want to release the setup I'm not going to be running. If it's available to everybody, then it's available, and that's the setup I want to show you guys. Fast forward, I go to Europe and I go to India and I ride and I do all that stuff. I fly back to the US. What do? I then go out to Toast Performance where I hang out with all the guys at Toast Performance and gals, and we finished it. I helped finish my own pipe. It was awesome. You guys, I did a video on this, so it's gonna be maybe here, I don't know, something like that. So go check that out if you haven't seen the toast performance and why I like these guys so much. But regardless, so I get my pipe, I get my bike, I get spicy candy, I ride back to Minnesota. Okay, I call my boy Alex. Yo, Alex.
Yeah, what up, Fish?
When can I come hang out?
This day.
That day has happened. In case you're not sure, I'm gonna put some little bit of graphs up on the screen here. Over stock, I gained 25 horsepower and 17 feet-pounds of torque, putting me in the 130 club, boy. Still, 25 horsepower is no joke. 17 feet-pounds of torque is no joke. So 130. I mean, dude, 25 horsepower. That's a 25% gain, essentially. Like, that is ridiculous. That's a huge amount. I could have done this way earlier. We all know I could have found a different dyno that was convenient and worked, and you know, they would have all used the correction factor and all this and that. Guys, I wanted to be transparent with you. I wanted to be consistent. I didn't want to play the game of this was my baseline on Alex's and this is my whatever on whoever's. You know, I could have probably made these look really, really big. I know some guys in industry that have some pretty juicy dynos. I didn't want to be that guy. Didn't want to be that content creator for you guys. I'm about consistency and honesty and positive. That's it. But I'm all ears. What do you guys think? I'm already starting to plant seeds for next year. I'm working on some really cool things for next year, some rides and just get-togethers and campouts and fun stuff like that. So leave a comment below, whatever you think. Meetups, campouts, rides. What do you think about my numbers? Did you guys see my toast video? If not, guys, got to go back and watch it. By the way, I also have a build video with Brandon at M3 and Brian and some like first ride videos on some of the big 112 bikes. Yeah, this winter I'm gonna really be focusing on the India content. I have so much content. I have 4 terabytes of content out of India, so I'm gonna be making those into a bunch of videos. So if you get bored and you want to see a little bit of craziness and some of the highest passes in the world, I got lots of videos on that. So I am sorry that this wrap video of the 112 took so long. But I feel like I did it the right way for you guys. Any other way would have just been pumping out content, and it's not fair for you. It's not fair for Monkey. It's not fair for Toast. As soon as these pieces of the puzzle started to coming together, it's only fair to let them fit before I share with you guys. You can't just, as a creator, I take pride in what I put out there, but I'm very much try to give you guys all the truth. I need you to do me a favor. So first of all, I'm going to put the dyno graphs on my website, ridingfish.com, so you can just go look at them. And I need you to subscribe. I need you to hit the thumbs up button. I have an 80% not subscribed rate. So people that watch that don't subscribe. And they also return, which is the weird thing. So I need you to hit subscribe. 100% I need you to do that. Alright, so before I wrap this video, I'm still looking at running a couple, when the season is. I mean, it's already snowing in Minnesota, so maybe I'm gonna ship my bike out somewhere and I'm gonna come get it. And anybody got one of them new CVOs, let me know. I wouldn't mind running you. People were talking about, it was that Goldwing I rode the other day faster. I don't know. That was really weird to ride that bike. It was so easy. It's interesting. But yeah, let's go. Road Goldwing, brand new CVO, and then yeah, I think there's a 131 or 2 or 135 in my future that I would like to see what my bike does, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna get to hear my TUS exhaust, you know, from behind. I'm so happy. Listen, the greatest thing about all of this is that everybody's pushing our Indian Challengers and the Power Plus platform to the next level. So our performance baggers, which the other ones are catching up, we can now take another step in front of them. So thank you to you guys for watching, and the 1,000 messages I got about dyno numbers and where am I at. This is where I'm at. For now, I do think they're going to go up with a little bit of fine tuning. I've always said my goal is 150, and I'm not there yet. So I think that anything is game and available. But, you know, that 140, 135, 135 would be pretty cool to hit too, if you know what I mean. So, all right, guys, like I always say, ride hard, ride fast, and say hi to somebody you don't know. Peace.